Hi everyone, I'm so glad you could join us today. We're talking about loneliness in times of illness. I want to talk about loneliness when you're sick and loneliness when someone you love is sick. When people become ill, oftentimes it feels like other people in their lives disappear. And because of that, we start experiencing loneliness. And loneliness is more than just being alone. It is really feeling like there is no one that cares. And that's what we assume, that no one cares. They're just too busy. They don't want to be in our lives anymore, which really, in fact, it may be they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They don't know if they can come and visit. They don't know if you can receive phone calls. So start trying to block those kind of thoughts when you're lonely and realize that they probably need to hear something from you as well. Jesus gave us a great solution to the problem of experiencing loneliness. It's known as the Golden Rule, and we find it in Matthew 7:12 and Luke 6:31. And it says, "So, in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. For this sums up the law and the prophets." The law and the prophets is defined in Matthew 22 as just two things. Love God with everything you have, and number two, love your neighbor as yourself. So when no one seems to be there for you, start practicing this golden rule. And first of all, we need to remember that Jesus is always with us. And when we love him, he loves us. He will surround us with the peace and comfort we need, no matter if we're in the hospital, nursing home, some kind of a facility, rehabilitation, anything where we are by ourselves and feeling lonely, he will be there with us. The second commandment causes us to reach out to other people. It's very important that you keep your contacts. Message them, call them, visit them if possible. And when you have contact with them, try not to complain. You might have really issues of pain that you need to deal with or talk about. Do that. But do it not to commiserate, but to ask for prayer and to get some help. It's also important that you speak encouraging words to those around you, even when you are ill. And I have a friend that does this on a regular basis. She's been ill with stage 4 cancer for several years, and she writes encouraging words on her Facebook page and has impacted many people who are lonely instead of dwelling on her own circumstances. It's important that you let others into your situation. Even when you think they're just reaching out because that's their duty, keep those connections. Don't stop them, even if they're long distance. And for heaven's sakes, forget your foolish pride and accept their offers of help. This will help you and help them. Remember that people can feel shut out when you are sick or assume you don't want to be bothered by them. And if your loved one needs help and you act like you can do it all on your own, then you are shutting people out and they will not be able to have the blessing of helping you. If you feel lonely, even when others live with you, such as your spouse or your children, acknowledge that things have changed for them also, and maybe they are experiencing their own loneliness. So as you expect them to understand what you are going through, try to understand what they are going through. Remember that people who love those who are sick need to know that they are still important in that ill person's life. And people who are ill need to know that they are still important in others' lives as well. Galatians 6:7 reminds us that whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap. Let's sow the precious golden rule. And when the time of reaping is come, we will reap love from God and others instead of loneliness. God bless you.